Okay, this is going to be a quick, very boring little video. Before Christmas, actually, yeah, it was before Christmas, there was a sale on for the Outer Edge Projectiles for a retailer here in Australia. I picked up both the 80 grain 25 cal, the 80 grain ball bearing tip in the 25 cal, and the 135 grain hollow point in the 30 cal. What you're seeing here is my layout for a test with the 308 Beretta BRX1. This is using AR2208 powder. My max that I had on this was through quick load, through the projectile files that Outer Edge Projectiles provide on their website. There was no way I was going above that anyway, because you simply can't fit enough of 2208 in the case with these projectiles seated at this length that I seated them at, which is the maximum length that I could seat them at for them to function through the magazine in the Beretta rifle. As you can see, I loaded 4 rounds. This is purely just to see if this was a viable powder, the 2208, which it isn't, because I should be able to get about another 150 to 200 feet a second. If I use a faster powder, which I probably will get in the future. I don't know when I'll get around to getting it though. It'll be sometime in the next few months, I'd say. I've got some other stuff going on, but I'll try and get to it relatively quickly. Outer Edge Projectiles say in the 25 cal, the 2209, which I already use in the 2506, is a suitable powder. So if I loaded up a test with them, they should show a lot more promise with case fill to velocity ratio, which you can see here. Like even the first load of this, the 46.5 grain charge, there was no sound of powder shaking in the case. Like, these are all compressed loads. There was no way to get around that. The owner of Outer Edge Projectiles, Steve Hertz, I think his name is, don't quote me, I think it's Steve Hertz. He provided me with data that he ran through his software as well. I think off the top of my head, I do have the emails here as well, but I think off the top of my head, he thought the maximum I'd be able to reliably fit in the case was about 46.8, something like that. But as you can see, I went a grain and a half higher than that. I did manage to get it into the case, and the rounds didn't sort of regrow with the compression of the powder force inside them. But yeah, 2208 with these projectiles, even though they're 135 grain, they're a monolithic projectile, solid copper projectile. See, they're longer. I think the 135 grain is longer than the 150 grain spear soft points, the hot cores that I have been using. So they take up a bit more room in the case and seated in there, so you're losing a bit of powder capacity. But I will try and get some 2206H powder to test as well, and that should show a lot more promise. I should be able to fit more in the case and then get faster velocities as well. I haven't loaded up any rounds for the 2506 to test with the 80 grain as yet, but again, I'll get around to that in the future. I might even do them at the same time. When I get this other faster powder for the 308, I'll load the 2506 rounds with 2209 at the same time, and then go out and test them again, do a similar test, 4 or 5 rounds each, loading up, just to see what I can hit for a maximum charge. Anyway, that's it for this video. No sort of real video, it's just the screen recording off my phone of this test file. Anyway, I'll chuck this up and I'll see you in the next one. I can't guarantee when I'll get to it, but I will try and get to it within the next few months. Okay, see you.